Eric, you've said so many times it's a make or miss league. And is that largely what tonight kind of was? I mean, it seemed like an old school finals game on the defensive end, both ways with bodies flying. But I know it looked like you were getting the looks you're accustomed. I think it just simply comes down sometimes just make or miss.
I'm glad you said that, because I just, from my vantage point, I just love seeing our guys compete. I love, how they respond in between those four lines. This was a throwback game, and there were some moments of truth, there at the end. And probably the bottom line is they won those moments of truth. We had some reads, they are long and they are an extremely good defensive team. So your windows happen much quicker. Thought we had some opportunities, but you do have to credit their defense, and they just made some more plays, going down the stretch, and we'll respond. That's not even that's academic at this point. We'll just rest up tomorrow and get back to work and get ready for the next one.
Next question, Jared Weiss.
Spill, you've seemed to use every defensive scheme that exists in the series so far. Today we saw a lot of hard showing and recovering. How do you feel like that scheme went? And, do you feel like you have to keep throwing new things at this Lakers offense?
Yeah, it's not like LeBron hasn't seen every single coverage. So we're not going to trick him. Look, this was in the balance. There are some moments of truth. And it came down to making plays. And, we made a lot more plays at the end of last game. They made their plays tonight, made some big shots. Pope hit the big one, obviously, and Davis put the one that basically sealed it. And LeBron obviously put his fingerprints on that, down the stretch. We had a handful of offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities where we really defended well and got the stop, and they were able to get another opportunity, from that. But this was a grind-out throwback game. Both teams were competing with great force. It's not like anybody was giving up any quarter on either side, and you just have to make some plays down the end. And I don't think we didn't make plays. I just think they just made more plays and more shots to seal it.
Next question is from Cameron Buford.
Hey, Coach, I want to know what you thought about Tyler Hero's performance and willingness to compete down there late in the fourth quarter. The ball kept seeming to find him, and it was responding. Obviously, he didn't make every play, but he made some big plays. What you thought about that? And then coming Friday, do you think you'll have a package for him ready to go late in the fourth quarter?
He's already, been that kind of guy for us in the playoffs. So it's not about developing a new package. If you've watched us, he's had some big time moments, for us on this playoff run. And against a defense as good as LA's, you're going to need a lot of guys contributing and different guys that are threats to make them react in a different way. And Tyler can make plays in a lot of unscripted ways, which is really important. At the same time, with Tyler, it feels like, he's not really a 20-year-old rookie player with us. He's been through 3 training camps. He went through summer league last year, went through our training camp, went through a full season, and then the restart and went through a training camp here. So it almost feels like this is his 3rd season in many regards. But we'll need all of it, for the next one.
Next question is Anthony Chang.
So I know Bam played 33 minutes in it, but were there any limitations on him, and how do you think he looked in his first game back? And also, second part, what was the determining factor, I guess, in keeping Goran out tonight?
Well, Goran wasn't ready. I mean, he's doing everything he possibly can to get into this competition. Our guys, want to be out there and play for this. We have a purpose why we're here, and Goran's put his heart and soul into this. So he's going to continue to try to do everything he possibly can. When I mentioned the other night, how you can see it in his eyes and deep into his soul, how much he wants to be out here. I think probably you all can see that as well. And then Bam, he passed all the protocols with his mobility and strength. I thought he was great considering he hasn't played in a week or hasn't really done anything other than rehab. But he's the heart and soul of who we are. So it was just great to have him back out there, and I don't have to, deal with him trying to stare a hole through me anymore.
Next question is Mark Schwartz.
Spo, earlier in the series, Jimmy saw very little of Anthony Davis on defense, but tonight Davis was more of a factor. In fact, after the first quarter, Jimmy was 1 for 7 with Davis as the primary defender. He also had 4 blocked shots. Can you describe the impact that he had in that respect on this game and on Jimmy?
He's a great player. So is Jimmy. So we have a great team and great players in our way of what we're trying to do. And I'm sure on Friday night, it'll be James and Davis on him quite a bit. And Jimmy's not running from that. We have to try to help him, a little bit more, create a little bit more space for him. But again, these games may just end up being in the mud. You have 2 competitive groups, and you just have to figure out how to make some plays at the end. And that's usually where we figure it out, and usually where our group thrives. So I already know, the heartbeat of what's going on in our locker room. Our guys are just looking forward to Friday.
All right, the last question for Coach Spoelstra will come from La Gazzetta, Italy.
Hey, Coach, you almost already replied to this, but down 3-1, what do you say to your team, and how do you prepare your team for what is going to be your first elimination game in these playoffs?
Our guys love competition and love the challenge. We're here for a purpose. We never expected this to be easy. We'll just rest and recover tomorrow. I think everybody could probably use that a little bit, recalibrate, get back to work on Thursday. I know our group is going to be ready. All right. Thank you.
Jimmy, I'm guessing you probably knew what the noise was when it was 2-0, and I don't know if you'll hear any of it, but it'll be the same noise now that it's 3-1. How much do you guys kind of relish that literally everyone is going to say this thing is over?
It's okay. We know we got to be better. We know that we can be better, as I've been saying this entire time. We show glimpses of it, and then we make some crucial mistakes, whether it be on the defensive end or the offensive end, and beat ourselves in the end. But like I always say, they're a really, really, really good team. We got to play damn near perfect to beat them. We didn't do that tonight.
Rachel?
Lakers really clamped down defensively in the second half. I think you guys only had 8 uncontested shots. Do you have any ideas about how you guys can shake a little more free in the next game?
Move with a purpose, screen a little bit better, and make some shots. It's going to be some tough ones. It is. They're contesting every shot. I don't know what everybody's average wingspan is, but it's going to be tough. I just think that we got to do better, getting ourselves in triggers, myself, Bam, Tyler, Duncan, and take it from there. But we'll watch this, learn from it, but we can't lose another one.
Next question is Mark Schwartz.
Jimmy, you didn't see much of Anthony Davis as far as defensively in the first 3 games of the series, but you saw lots of him tonight. What challenges and impact does he present with his size and his athletic ability as a defender?
He's an incredible defender. He contests a lot of shots, block shots at that. But I just think I got to be better at getting my guys involved, more dribble handoff, more screens, maybe playing a little bit without the ball, playing off the ball. That's something that I can learn from, that I got to be better, because I think that's my role, is to make sure that everybody's in the right spot and that I'm putting us in the best position to win. So we got to switch it up a little bit.
Would you like to see more of him in the next game?
Sure. Whoever they put on me, I got to do a better job of making sure that we win, no matter if it's AD or anybody else that they have on the roster. I got a job to do. We have a job to do, and we didn't do that.
Next question, Manny Navarro.
Hey, Jimmy, Tyler's obviously done a lot of great things in these playoffs, but with Goran out, he is being asked to do even more. How do you think he's kind of handled these last 3 games since Goran's been out, and any advice to him, as the series kind of goes on?
I think he's been playing incredible. He's making all the right decisions. He's taking all the right shots. And he's just out there playing carefree, as he should. We want him to stay aggressive, be aggressive, and continue playing the best version of basketball that he has. He's been helping us all year long. He's going to continue to help us. And I tell him, keep going. Always keep going. You make a mistake, forget about it. Get back, and let's start over on the next play.
Thanks.
Next question, Nick Friedel.
Jimmy, you've said all along that this team plays with a chip on its shoulder. It plays well with its back against the wall. Why doesn't the confidence of the group shift, even though the odds are stacked the way they are right now?
I don't think that it should. I just think we're so comfortable with who we are and how we play that that's what we're going to go out there and do. And we're going to live with the end result. Obviously, we want it to be a win, but we just got to lock in on us, knowing that we can control a lot of these things. But our confidence ain't going nowhere. It's going to stay high. I'm going to make sure that it stays high, because it's going to have to be at an all-time high to get this next win.
Malika here in the front.
Jimmy, what was your reaction when you found out that Bam was available to come back and play, and how was it having him back out there?
I was happy for him. I think the entire team and organization was happy for him too. He does so many things for us. Another guy that can handle the ball, that can score the ball, defend, rebound, all of that good stuff. And I think that as we get him back into it and he watches the film with everybody else, he's going to see how he can really, really, really put his imprint on the game. So I'm excited to have him back, and we're going to do something special with him.
Next question, Jared Weiss.
Usually at these point of the series, players are talking about how they have to make little adjustments with the scheme and things like that. But you guys were able to force a lot of misses at the end there, and then they would just get the offensive rebound. So Spo said that the next game needs to be kind of one in the mud. Do you feel like there's some sort of adjustment that needs to be made, or you just got to keep fighting and doing what you're doing?
Keep fighting. It's kind of a backbreaker, though, whenever you get a stop and then they get an offensive rebound. We talk about it, and then it happens. And it's crucial possessions late in the fourth. I got to get in there and help rebound. Everybody, we just got to put our nose in that basketball and get it up out of there. So I'm excited to see how we bounce back. It's our time to bounce back, but I know we can do it.
2 for you. First, after getting up and down the court for your first game back, how are you feeling both physically and then mentally?
Well, physically, still not 100%, but, I was moving well. I'm getting back to 100%.
And then you guys are facing elimination for the first time this postseason. Does that change anything about your mentality or preparation going into the next game?
No. Our backs are against the wall. It's not like it's never been done before. And, we still got hope. We still gonna fight to the end, start to finish.
Next question, Tim.
You guys spent most of the second half, like right there, just never past them. How much did that take out of the group it's not like they were running away, but you were just, whether it was a 2-point game, 5-point game, 1-point game, whatever it was, you were just chasing them the whole time. Did that take a lot out of you?
Nah, we just can't, we can't have so many pockets of undisciplined basketball. I feel like that dictated the game a lot. We had certain spurts where, it was early shots in the shot clock and giving up easy baskets and transition. So we just got to get back to the drawing board and just figure out solutions.
A quick follow. I know you've had, it's not like you haven't been working. I know the rehab's been like 24/7 for you, but how much does your room need 2 days off right now? Just.
I feel like collectively we all need 2 days off. You know, it's not just me. It's not just gone. I feel like we all need a couple days just to readjust, realign, you know, get some fresh air and get back to the drawing board.
Next question, Jared Weiss.
You've spent most of the playoffs defending near the rim, but AD was really pulling you out towards the perimeter and obviously had the big shot at the end. What was it like having to defend in those kind of roles tonight?
You know, it's not really a difference for me. I mean, if I'm being honest, you know, I'm a versatile defender. Bottom line, I got to be better. Can't give him too much airspace.
And the last question from the Zoom is Manny Navarro.
Hey, Bam. Tyler's obviously had a lot of great moments in these playoffs, but he's being counted on in a different way in these finals with Goran out. How do you think he sort of handled the moment, and what can you guys do maybe to help him even more?
Tyler just got to be Tyler. At the end of the day, we don't want him to be anything different than what he wants to be as a player in this league. So he's got to score the ball. He's got to make passes, and we expect that from him. I mean, he is, 20? Mm-hmm. He's a rookie in the finals, so, you know, it's fast-paced. He's trying to figure it out, and I feel like he's figuring it out and he's getting better.
Thanks.
Is there a final question in the room? All right. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Black Lives Matter, people.
Go ahead, Manny.
Hey, Duncan. It felt like this was a 5-point game either way the whole game tonight. I'm curious what you thought sort of decided it down the stretch in your eyes.
We didn't get enough stops. When we did get stops, we didn't do a good enough job rebounding.
And then the 3-point shooting in this series, I know you hit some more of them today, but just the challenge of kind of shooting over those guys with the length. I mean, you hit some unbelievable threes, looked really difficult. What is it that makes the Lakers so tough out there on the edge?
Their length, like you said, they do a good job getting people off the line. You know, they fly around and make it tough. You know, they don't give up a lot of easy looks. So, you know, still thought we got some good ones tonight that we could have made, but that's how it goes.
Thanks.
All right, next up we have Brandon Tobin. Go ahead, Brandon.
Duncan, you guys have been so great this year, fighting back in close games. You guys have always made the executions. Haven't had a situation like this where you take a real gut punch. The mentality of the team right now, is there, you know, a lot of sulking that goes on? Do you guys feel like you want to get right back out there and claw out of this thing? It's just it's a different position you guys haven't been in all year.
Obviously, you know, frustration after a game like that, but you know, we don't feel sorry for ourselves. You know, we felt like we could have done more to win, and we just got to find solutions, figure it out.
All right, next up, David Wilson with the Miami Herald. Go ahead, David.
You kind of always had the feeling that LeBron's gonna shake out of a slump or anything like that. But you guys did such a good job on him all throughout Game 3 and the first half of Game 2 today. And the first half today, he obviously got going, particularly at the end there. Did you feel like, you know, he kind of adjusted to some of what you guys were doing, or was it just a matter of he's LeBron, he's gonna get going?
I'd have to watch the film, which I will, but you know, he's a great player. You know, you just got to make it difficult. Thought we did that really well in stretches, and you know, even some of the shots that he hit, those are what they are. You know, Jimmy and Andre, whoever was on him, just battled. They certainly did their job.
All right, next up we have Brandy with Heat TV. Go ahead.
Hey, Duncan, tonight you guys definitely hit the Lakers with several blows, fighting to the finish. How key was Bam Adebayo's return?
great to have him back. Obviously, he does so much for us. Just rebounding energy, on offense, the ball in his hands a lot. So it's great to have him back out there. Just helps us with our flow, both sides of the ball.
All right, next we have Tab Deportes with Puerto Rico. Go ahead.
Hi, Duncan. What is the message from the coach staff after the game tonight?
So we got to get the next one. We got to find solutions. Got to come together. Can't let this separate us, but instead, learn from it, apply it for the next one.
Hi, Tyler. How much means for you have Jimmy Butler as a role player and leader in these finals?
Yeah, Jimmy, he's been out there leading us, playing his heart out. When we have a guy like that, it makes it much easier for the rest of us to follow him. He's a great leader. He's been out there doing everything for us on both ends of the floor, and we appreciate him a lot.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Manny Navarro with The Athletic. Go ahead, Manny.
Hey, Tyler, I wanted to see if you could speak to Bam's performance tonight coming back from injury. It felt like he did a great job there in the paint, rebounding, and just the difference that you felt on the court with him out there.
Yeah, it's always different when we have Bam out there. He brings so much to the floor for us on both ends. He played amazing for us tonight. He left his heart out there. He did everything. It's not easy to come back and play after sitting a couple games. So he played hard and he did his thing for us.
And then if I could, a quick follow, just, what you've sort of learned with Goran out, having to ball handle a lot more and being in the starting lineup, what you've taken away since he's been out and what the challenge has been like.
Just relaxing, be patient, let the game come to me. Things are happening fast. They're a veteran team over there, and they'll try to speed you up with their length and, really try to swarm you, but just, relaxing, being patient, making the right reads. But it's been good.
Thanks.